So we're launching a podcast. It's called Scale Your Real Estate Podcast. It is going to be the world's biggest and best co-living centered, not only co-living, but co-living centered podcast where you can get all of the tips and the tricks and the experts and everything you need to know about how to take advantage of this new hot asset class. I have an incredibly exciting announcement. I'm launching a podcast because co-living is going to the moon and more people need to learn about it. So let's dive in. Here's 5 reasons why you need to like, subscribe, and share, or whatever else you do to podcasts, why you need to do that to my podcast called Scale Your Real Estate Podcast. So here you go. Here's 5 reasons. Number 1 reason is financial freedom. You know, a big word out there right now is called financial freedom, and really financial freedom is a fancy way. Everybody uses it in a different way, but it's a fancy way of basically saying, you know, I have income that's coming in from passive, or as David Green from Bigger Pockets likes to say, passive-ish income that covers all of your expenses to live every month. Now, I'm fortunate to be in this place with my wife right now, and that's truly through and partly because of co-living real estate. And so we're going to be learning how to use real estate, not just co-living real estate, but mostly co-living real estate, to achieve financial freedom in the absolute quickest, fastest way possible ever. And that's why you should be listening to this podcast. The second reason why you should be listening and subscribe and like this podcast is because you're going to get free learning. You know, I sell high ticket courses for people to come in and that I coach and that I hold people's hands to become financially free. Well, this is the free version of that. You can learn, you can listen, you can really just soak up as much knowledge as you can. And of course, if you want additional help and systems, I'm here to help you with that as well. But you're going to get a lot of details through these episodes where I just share what I'm doing and share what I'm up to and share what I believe is the cutting edge. So you don't have to go research it all on your own. Everything for co-living and for this shared housing room, rent by the room model is right here in the Scale Your Real Estate podcast. The third reason why you need to be listening to this podcast is because this is one of the hottest asset classes right now. It is what I truly believe is the up and coming hottest asset class that's still producing cash flow, even with high interest rates, even with crazy prices on real estate. And if you're anybody that likes real estate, knows someone who likes real estate, thought about liking real estate, then this podcast is for you, because you need to stay on the cutting edge, and things change, things morph, things adjust. And so here we are on what I believe is, you know, think about 2011 and Airbnb. That's where co-living is, where I believe co-living is right now, just beginning that wave. And look, it's up to you and I to ride that wave. The fourth reason why you should be watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, subscribing to this podcast, eating this podcast, drinking this podcast, smoking, don't smoke it. But seriously, what you should be doing is because co-living truly solves affordable housing. It solves workforce housing. You know, here's what I tell people all the time. There are enough bedrooms in America to fit every single person. We do not have a housing issue if people just use unused bedrooms without building any more. But of course, we're not doing that. And so co-living is really taking a piece of your house, a room of your house, and creating income for you as an investor, and also creating housing for someone else. And if you don't believe me, the U.S. Department for Housing and Urban Development actually came out with a statement saying that they believed shared housing and co-living can be a fix for affordable housing and workforce housing. So there you go. It's not just me saying it. It's the people that look at this stuff every day saying it. And so if you want to be a part of something that has a real paycheck, like dollar bills, but it's also got that hard paycheck, boom, we're in the right place. And you should be. That hard paycheck is sometimes even more valuable than those dollar paycheck. It's just nice to know that you're out there doing good. You're doing well by doing good. And the fifth reason why you should be doing this podcast is because it might be for a friend. You know, I don't know how many times you go through your life and I'll think of something, or I'll hear something, or I'll read something. And yes, maybe it's for me. Maybe I've even heard it before. Maybe it's like the third or the fourth time I'm hearing this, but I'm like, wait, Johnny needs to hear this. My wife, Rachel, needs to hear this. And I'll just DM them or shoot them a text or take a little video of whatever it is. Sometimes when you're listening to something, it's to bring your community around you. You know, there's an old saying that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with a community, go with a village, right? Bring people along with you. And this podcast is all about bringing everybody, heck, not just our city, not just our community, not just our state, but the United States, bringing us along to solve this affordable housing thing and to create cash flow so we're not stuck in our W-2s all day, every day. You feel me? Okay, so here's the direct ask. please help me launch this podcast. Please help me get this to as many people as possible. I'm very passionate about it, in case you can't tell. I love this because it set myself and my wife financially free, but I also get to see it impact people's lives every day, and I just love the community and team I'm building around this. So what I need you to do is like this podcast, subscribe to this podcast, share it with a friend, and would you please just give us a 5-star review? Listen to the first episode and give us a 5-star review. When we get those ratings and those reviews, here's just the truth. It's how the world works, and we get the word out to more people. So much love. Here's to your financial freedom, and here's to doing it in a way that really, really, really makes you feel good on the inside. God bless.